Welcome, everybody, to this special session where we dive into SteelBlue's innovative solutions for the self-storage industry. Joined by regional sales managers Tony Domicolo and Craig Eisenbrandt.
My name is Craig Eisenbrandt, and I'm the Central Region Sales Manager for SteelBlue. I have been on board since October of 2022 and excited to be here.
Hey, Jared. Thanks for the opportunity to talk about our new 9530 series door. My name's Tony Domicolo. I'm the Southeast Regional Sales Manager, and mine and Craig's role, both, we're in it to create and cultivate relationships with the customers who are excited about a new opportunity in the self-storage industry.
Perfect. And then if you could just tell us a little bit about the 9530 series and what you feel like makes it stand out.
So our 9530 series door, it's our third generation door, which sounds a little weird for a company that's only 18 months old. But the truth of it is our design team is constantly innovating. They're listening to the feedback from our project management group, the manufacturing team, the sales team, and they're working hard to integrate that into a new system.
And how about yourself, Craig?
Yeah, I think I'll piggyback on Tony a little bit. We listen to our customers, we listen to the installers, the contractors, the owners, and we spend a lot of time on the job site hearing the things that they like and the things that they don't like. And I believe that the 9530 is going to capture a large part of the concerns for the customers, the end user, and then also the owner.
And from talking to people at trade shows and whatnot, I've learned that people in the industry have certain standards for doors that they need in particular builds. And how does the 9530 series meet these standards and offer something unique to the customers also at the same time?
I think one of the biggest changes that we made from our first generation door is the door curtain. We now have an industry standard door curtain that people can walk up and look at and see that it's the same as everybody else's door. That allows us a few things on the sales side. We've added some features that allow the door to roll up smoother and also be quieter, which a lot of people seem to complain about as well. So making the door operate easily for everybody. The demographic for our doors and for roll-up doors and for storage in general is not limited to any one demographic. It's everybody from the fragile older people as well as a younger generation. So trying to capture that perfect door for everybody is the one thing that we strive for.
Yeah, the one thing that Craig didn't mention that I had some notes on with the new head plate design that we put in has offered a lot more flexibility for us in the field. It's helped the installers tremendously because it's created a situation where on the side room, they have a greater ability to get their hands in there, install the brackets. It makes that more efficient, the process for them. And in addition to that, in some of the more urban areas where we're doing like upper locker systems, mini mez type systems, it's also helped create that we don't need to extend our hallway with the old hood brackets that we were using. We needed some additional room. So it's like Craig said, all these small little changes have made it more user friendly for our customers in the end.
Getting more into some of these smaller changes as well. Can you elaborate more on the easy to use tensioning device and how it really enhances safety and convenience for the operators?
Yeah, I can. So with the old tensioning device that we had, it required a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, which without getting into too much detail, created a safety concern on some aspects if it's not done exactly the way that it's spec'd to do. With the new device, it simply takes a drill and a socket to adjust the tensioning, whether you're tightening or loosening the tension. It's a simple drill that doesn't put anybody in direct contact with a flying ratchet or a spring. Without showing you directly, it's a little difficult to explain. It's just simply a drill and a socket that allows you to tension and untension the door.
The device itself, now you can get in there. You don't need both hands up in there like most of the different tensioning devices in the industry. It's literally as simple as getting the drill up in there, one hand, zipping it, and you're good. It's super safe and very efficient.
Perfect. And quiet operation is also another significant advantage. And can you explain how the use of rib style EDPM sponge rubber contributes to this and provides smoother rolling?
Yeah, the rubber backing material is really, it's a home run. It creates a quieter operation of the door, and that's great. But more importantly, it actually protects the paint finish on the door because when it's rolling up, the door's now not squishing the felt and rubbing on itself and rubbing the paint off there. It's also got a little bit of a texture, kind of tacky type finish on it, which helps the door nest in itself as it's rolling up. It creates a tighter roll on the door. as it's going up. It's really great.
And I can piggyback on what Tony was saying a little bit. With the rubber that we're using now, it's actually the same rubber that we use for our astracal, which is the bottom seal for the door. It's an astracal seal rubber at the bottom. It's been formulated to withstand high heats, high colds, and just normal wear and tear. If you can think about the astracal being rolled up and down and smashed on the ground, now we've used that on the back side of the door, and you can grab that rubber and try to pull it off and it just comes off in pieces. Once we put it on, it stays on. So they don't have to worry about that added stress of the door scratching like Tony was talking about. We also added that rubber to our drums at the top of the door. So it actually keeps the door from banging against each other, as Tony was explaining, and creates a separation in between the paint surfaces for longevity of the door.
Another piece too is like the installation side of things, and that can be an absolute hassle. And how does the use of the brackets in the 9530 series make the installation process easier and more adjustable?
On the installation side of things, with our Gen 2 door, we had the large end plates, 16-inch square end plates that was the door assembly, and then attached to the guide and stood it up all as one assembly. Now what we do is we have detached end plates that are installed, and then the door is brought up into place. Everything is installed on the end plates as far as the bearings, the tensioning device. And so you attach that, lift the door into place, direct it into the guides. It's less cumbersome because of the size of the end plates that we were using before. So now it's just simple, small. The end plates weigh maybe 1.5 pounds each.
With the new head plate, like I was saying earlier, it's given more space on the side of the door. So with that, being able to get your screw gun in there, install it, lean it up into the opening and have the space to get your hands in there. Because in a lot of cases, you're talking about a narrow 6-inch space that we have to get in and be able to screw these off to the header on the back of the unit. So it's created that safe and efficient aspect that we're always looking for in our product. With these brackets, it does that.
The other part of this is the collaboration with PTI for the ProEdge electronic hasp. Number one, what is that? And then how is it enhancing the door?
What it allows us to do in the market is be competitive. We have competitors that have a similar product, and this allows SteelBlue to compete in that market. It is a brand new product to us.
Part of the Gen 3 door with the new profile made it so that this new latching hasping feature with the Bluetooth wireless technology, the guys at PTI, they've made a lot of improvements on past models so that it's a real reliable option for what's out there.
And as you guys are extremely well aware of, efficiency is super key in all of this. And how does the condensed packaging of the 9530 series translate into benefits for SteelBlue and the customer at the end of the day?
Cost.
Yeah. And I'll elaborate on that. The big key for me, being in the central and shipping out to the west, is the amount of doors that we can get on a truck. On an 8x7 door, we are limited to 100 doors per truck. And now we can load 150 doors per truck, which on larger jobs alleviates the number of trucks needed and saves cost.
And the good thing about it, we're not running into a situation where we had to sacrifice the quality either. The logistics team has been running trucks with the new packing around from Kentucky to Georgia to make sure that we're not going to see an increase in damage of the doors. And we've had next to none as it is, and our customers expect to maintain that. Whether we're sending them 100 or 180, they don't want to wait at the end of the job. And the guys and gals in logistics are making sure that that's not happening.
Man, what a huge win. And last question is just for those interested in learning more or purchasing the 9530 series, what are the next steps that they should be taking?
Call me.
Go to our website, reach out to us on LinkedIn. All of our contact information is on there. All of the 9530 series information is up and on there and visible. And any questions you have, Craig and I, like we were saying earlier, if you call, we're going to pick up the phone. And if we're on the phone, we're going to call you back when we get off the phone. Promise.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.